second to last day that we have full-time daycare for our kiddo before this happens. So we took the opportunity to come to Aachen, which is a gorgeous city, really close to our house, just to kind of have a day date and do all the things that we'd like to do. And we have a very energetic preschooler in tow, but we can't actually stop to do. So we are sitting down in a cafe and actually having a cup of coffee for Sam. I already had my caffeine quota for the day, and some snacks. So Sam, why is Aachen famous?
So Aachen is really famous because it is I don't think it's the birthplace of Charlemagne, but it's where Charlemagne, well, I know his gravesite is here, right? It's in the dome, and there's the Charlemagne Center, and basically everything is kind of focused around Charlemagne, who is considered widely as kind of like one of the fathers of Europe, kind of coalescing Europe, I think. I'll do some more voiceover here to get the facts straight, but he's a super important figure throughout history, and that's why Aachen is so famous. Charlemagne, Charles the Great, the father of Europe. I'd heard the name before in history class, but I couldn't really remember much about him before visiting Aachen. He reigned from 768 to 814 AD. He united much of Western Europe during this time, creating what is now known as the Carolingian Empire, which lasted until 887. This consolidation of power marked the first time since the fall of the Roman Empire that Western Europe was governed under a central authority. On a quick side note, History Mapped Out has a really nice video visualizing the Franks from Clovis to Charlemagne, which there's a link to right here. Andreas is watching Berman and Berman over here. Charlemagne forged a strong alliance with the Catholic Church after helping them out with the pesky Lombards, being crowned emperor by Pope Leo III in 800 AD, symbolizing the union of secular and religious power in a sort of transfer of power from ancient Rome to what would later become the Holy Roman Empire. Charlemagne's legacy of reforming governance, economic standardization, and advocating for new educational systems continues to shape European institutions to this day. He is also remembered for starting the construction of one of the largest cathedral buildings in Europe, the Aachener Dome, or the Aachen Cathedral, which is still the centerpiece of this city.
This is like the main part of the Aachen Dome that you can come and walk around. You can schedule a tour to visit the rest of it. And it's Charlemagne's final resting place. So it's where his grave is. And it's gone through like multiple iterations and rebuilds over the years. It was originally a much smaller like chapel, and now it's basically a pilgrimage site. But it's absolutely stunning. And his grave is beyond this section here.
This is Charlemagne's hunting horn.
It's an elephant.
This is Charlemagne's radius and ulna. And it's in like a big gilded silver container.
Golden.
Well,
It's more gold than silver.
It says gilded silver.
Oh, gilded silver.
So
Looks like gold.
Sam didn't know what relics were until he came in. He was like, it's Charlemagne's arm. And he's like,
Yes.
what? So this one has a piece of his skull bone.
What? That's Charlemagne?
Yeah.
Oh. The relatively new and modern Charlemagne Center now sits on the northwest corner of the Katschaft town square between the cathedral and town hall. The museum includes exhibits and information about Charlemagne and more modern history right up to the Battle of Aachen in 1944. what is this, Ashley?
This is the Gasthaus, which is Aachen's first city hall. It was built in 1267, and now it's actually used as like an archive because there's the, I'm gonna say this so wrong, Rathaus?
Rathaus.
Yeah.
And that's like the new city hall.
Just to shake her hand.
Well, they're just movable.
It's kind of cool.
Each supposed to represent like a different part of Aachen's history.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like the rooster is supposed to represent like musicians and music, and then there's tradespeople. It was built in 75.
1975?
Yeah.
There are actually as many as 30 thermal mineral springs in and around Aachen, and have been used for therapeutic purposes since at least the Roman times. The city's location and name are probably from the warm water that flows here, in Latin aqua, and the Romans called it aquis.
You're not supposed to drink it. There are just mineral springs in the area, so there used to be baths here. There's still actually baths here outside of Aachen. This is the Pontor. I'm sure I'm butchering that name, but it's one of two remaining gates of the original outer walls of the city of Aachen. There was like an inner wall and an outer wall. It was built around the 14th century or so, but it's a really cool site to check out. Okay, so we got some Aachener pot roast. Sauce, which is like a local gingerbread sauce. I know the pot roast is like marinated in like vinegar and acid.
It's kind of like Zervleis, or?
It's good. It's actually not as like, the sauce doesn't seem as layered as Zervleis. But similar to like a gingerbready flavor.
What are we doing here? It's this
Well,
industrial parking lot.
I mean, it's the prettiest part of Old Town Aachen. It's not, but do you smell that? The smell of chocolate. So this is the Lindt Factory in Aachen. It's actually just outside of downtown. And we're going to the factory store. We're gonna buy some chocolate. We're gonna eat it. And it's gonna be delicious.
Does that baby want chocolate?
This baby, he's only allowed a little bit, but he wants a little bit of chocolate.
This is the dark chocolate I would always buy at the grocery store.
Yeah, Sam, what are you gonna get? What percentage?
Going for the 100%.
No, it's too dark. I want like milk.
Bitter?
So it looks like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Oh yeah, it kind of does.
My
Old
golden
school.
ticket. So many options. Well, we've never had the maracuya chili, so we're gonna do a little taste test.
This one looked pretty interesting. Never seen this one in the US, so trying that one out. It's also on sale, even better. All their prices in there were pretty good.
We'll be back. Cheers.
Not really tasting the chili. I think I'm getting the maracuya, which is kind of fruity, but no chili.
Tastes, yeah, fruity.
There we go. I just got the chili. It was like after. It's actually really good. I really like dark chocolate. And I like chili, so that's good.
So we're here at the Lambertz Factory Store. Lambertz is the oldest manufacturer of Printen. So they founded like a Printen group in 1688, but cutting backwards. So Printen are basically Aachener Printen because it's geographically specific. They're kind of like a gingerbread, but less sweet and a little bit more spicy. So very heavy gingerbread. And they're delicious. Super famous in Aachen, and they became popularized when a lot of the pilgrims were coming to Aachen to come and see like Charlemagne's remains, essentially. So popular amongst pilgrims, kind of became what they are now in the early 1800s when Napoleon embargoed cane sugar. They used to be sweetened by honey and sugar, and now they use actually like sugar beet, basically, to sweeten them. But they're really yummy and very popular.
We just bought a whole bunch for family.
Did. Made out like bandits. Christmas presents secured. Okay, these are like the duds, the discounted ones. For comparison, in town we just paid, I think we paid like €5 for like half this amount at one of the like cute stands in town. These ones are €1.49.